Hello everyone, hi, how are you guys doing today? Welcome back to another reaction episode to Buffy, the Vampire Slayer. That's right, my name is Matt. Hello. What's up everyone? Buffy time! Never mind if things look a little different, just don't worry about that. Let's not think about that. Buffy, last time on Buffy, we had a banger premiere, I think, and then a resolution to that premiere, kind of, which was episode 3, because we got Buffy back from the dead. Willow, before some necromancy shit, brought her back, and I really love how messy it is. Like, I'm pretty sure I've said this already, but I think that in my head, I knew that Buffy was gonna come back, right? Like, even if I didn't know, I knew, because the show is called Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Like, she kind of has to be here if we're gonna have a season 6 and 7. But in my head, I was thinking, how is she gonna come back, right? Like, there's a million different ways in which you can bring her back. They chose the best one out of all of them, I think, which is Buffy came back. She looks a little messed up. We don't know why. She acts a little weird, and everyone is just kind of on the fence about that. What do we do? And then Buffy is like, no, you guys, it's okay. Thank you. And then at the end, it's like, actually, I was happy being dead, because I kind of got to the end of my journey, and not just that, but I also went and got like my reward. You know, death is your reward or whatever. And she went to heaven, or some version of heaven, whatever you want to call it. She went there and she was happy and she was complete and she was finished, and then she was ripped back to earth and forced to fight and kill and do all of the stuff that she never wanted to do anyway. And it's like, Jesus fucking Christ, like I was happy, I was just peaceful. And I love how messy that is, right? I love how even the show itself is like, the end of season 5 was like the end of the show, but then Willow said, no, I wanted to keep going, god damn it. And then it was like, no, it's still going. And even Buffy is like, what are you, no, like, what are you doing this to me? But I love how messy it is, because it's like her friend's inability to move on from her, specifically Willow, is what brought Buffy back. And there's something about that like you can't really be super upset at it, because it's like, you know, it's like somebody that loved you so much that cannot let go of you, so they just won't accept the fact that you died. But from Buffy's point of view, it's like, well, like, no, this is like the worst thing you could have done to me. But because she cares about Willow, she's not going to tell her that. And that creates a very interesting dynamic moving forward for the rest of the season, which is, I lied to my friends about what they did, because they essentially did the most horrifying thing they could have done to me. But I can't tell them that, because they didn't mean to do that. And I don't want to hurt them. And honestly, like, I was thinking about this, and I mentioned this already about Willow, and it's that I think that Willow is the type of character that, like, she didn't really have many experiences in which she was able to do a bunch of shit and then suffer the consequences of it, which means that now for the first time she's actually allowed to do those things, to experience the world and to have some agency. And she's gotten a little excited, and I think that she has to suffer consequences in order for her to just like calm down. And I think it would be kind of a good thing to tell Willow, hey, this is actually what happened, and you shouldn't have done that. It would destroy her. It would like really wreck her. But there has to be honesty amongst friends. Like, you have to tell her this. And then you kind of move through that together. And it's like, well, it's, you know, Buffy can be like, well, it's fine, you know, like, I'm just gonna die again, and then I'm gonna go back there, right? And it's like, eventually I'm just gonna make my way back to heaven or whatever the fuck, unless I just go and do all the horrible things now that I have a second chance. But like, I'm probably gonna be okay, so don't worry, right? Like, eventually I'm just gonna die and it's gonna happen anyway. And now we got confirmation that whenever it does happen, you know, like, you don't have to be sad for me, you know, it's all good news if you look at it from a certain perspective. But no, instead she chose to lie to her. And I can see a future in which, like, Willow, like, I don't know, like 30 episodes from now, Willow is just like, they have like a fight or something, and Willow is like, do you forget who brought you back? You know, that was me, I did that for you. And it's like, you have to tell her at some point. And that point is gonna be even more horrible, because like, Buffy's gonna tell her in the middle of a fight, and then they're both just gonna feel like shit, right? It's gonna be like vindictive. And it's like, no, I would rather have honesty here and just deal with it together and try to find the positives, which is, you know, we can be with one another again. But that's not what's happening. It's a very messy, which I prefer, actually. Like, not from like a point of view of me being in that position, but from a storytelling perspective, it makes the relationships a lot messier. And it's also more interesting because Buffy told that to Spike. So now there's like a level of trust that Buffy has with Spike that she doesn't have with anyone else. So that's also fun. That's interesting. Okay, we should probably start with the episode. Sorry for the long intro. Patreon. Check out the Patreon. Link in the description below. Up on the screen. You can support the channel and watch the next 2 episode reactions to Buffy early, as well as Angel watch-alongs and full-length Buffy reactions if you're into that. So yeah, let us begin. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Season 6, Episode 4. Let's go.
Previously on Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
I think I was in heaven. Everything here is hard. This is hell.
I love that. This is just a basement.
So.
Yeah, this wasn't a serious scene.
Want me to call a plumber? Got the number.
Dawn, I'm on it, okay? Huh.
There. All better.
There's no way that's real. That's like a cartoon amount levels of water. Like, it doesn't make any goddamn sense for that to have happened. That's just some Looney Tunes shit. Like, the expectation that it was just gonna burst and squirt all over her or whatever. No, it squirts all over the entire camera frame. And now we have returned to Buffy, right? Like, we have, like, the most horrifying thing happen to Buffy. And, you know, all of that happened in the previous 3 episodes. All these revelations. And then it starts with this. Now, Buffy has to deal with being an adult, I suppose.
Told you we should have called the plumber.
You're right. Summer will make everything good.
Donnie, you're not eating breakfast.
Dawn, breakfast is the most important meal of the day. It's unbelievably important.
That looks so creepy from the back. Huh.
And a big Sunnydale round of applause for Tito the Amazing.
Tito! Woo!
What you need is a full copper repipe job.
That sounds potentially pricey.
Well, if you have any questions, our number's on the invoice.
Buffy's gonna have to get a job.
That's a weird phone number. Oh, wait, is that the bill?
What's the big deal? Okay, so you're telling me I'm broke?
It took us by surprise, too.
So what do we do?
We burn the house to the ground and collect the insurance.
That's a joke, you guys.
Okay, it's bills, it's money. I'll take care of this. I promise. Just don't know how. I know how.
You gotta get a job! Or win the lottery.
Start charging. For what?
For
Slaying
slaying.
vampires. I say cash in. Well, that's an idea.
That is truly an idea. That is an idea of all time.
Well, I mean, it's not so crazy.
Yes, it is. You can't charge innocent people for saving their lives.
Spider-Man does.
Xander?
He lied to her about Spider-Man?
Action is his reward.
Why don't you ever take my side?
Anya, I am your side.
I was just reciting my Spider-Man knowledge.
You're throwing away a gold mine.
Was Willow happy that they're fighting?
This is because I haven't told him yet about the engagement, isn't it? Anya, I promise. Your waiting days are almost over.
Don't you want to get married?
Yes.
So then why won't you tell them?
Because I'm still getting used to the miracle of a steady paycheck and getting out of my parents' house. This husband thing, it's a big step, or a lot of little ones. I just want every step to be just right.
Hey! You tricked me just now!
Anya!
When are you gonna grow up, Xander?
There's a first time for everything is my philosophy. This is my first big loan.
Oh no, she's taking a loan.
Hello?
Sorry to keep you waiting. Karl Savitsky, loan officer.
Buffy Summers, loan applier 4.
This is the worst thing that Buffy Summer has been found herself in. Dying, no problem. Taking a loan from the bank? Like, this is, again, this is hell. She came back for hell. She has to worry about adulthood now. She has to worry about debt.
Miss Summers, the only collateral you have is your house, which was never fully leveraged and has been losing equity over the last several years.
Are you saying you won't give me my loan?
Well, the problem is, you have no income, no job.
Yeah. Charge the bank! Charge the bank for killing this demon! Hypothetically, if I were to take on this demon, could you give me $1 million?
Are you on the wrong line? This one? You're getting kicked in the face.
Oh my god. There we go. I like that when he threw her into the desk, he was like a ragdoll. I like whenever we use ragdoll practical effects. Oh, this is a distraction so somebody can steal the money. That makes sense.
These things, never helpful.
That's just in general commentary. Yeah, that guy escaped.
Now, about my loan.
You didn't really do much.
He still turned you down? That's crazy. I mean, even if the bank did get robbed, which you battling demons couldn't possibly know.
You know what? I wouldn't put it past Willow for her to have devised a situation in which a demon goes and tries to rob back so she can rob the money. And try to have Buffy be in a good situation where she can charge the bank for her job, which is what Anya suggested, which she seemed to kind of like.
Let me make you mad again. Last semester, I slept with Riley.
Well, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
Pissing you off?
Yes, true. Why?
Yeah.
Because, you know, no, I mean, it's just, you know, this is really my problem. I'm all over the place, and you should just, forget I even said anything, because, you know, banks, man.
Fair. Just in general, fair.
Come on, Tara. I am so old enough to do research. And you know, if you don't let me look at the pictures, I'm gonna learn everything I know about demons on the street.
Knock yourself out.
Thank you. I can totally handle it. That's a weird place for a horn. That's not a horn.
Yeah, that's a joke. Sure.
What kind of a demon would rob a bank?
This? I'm guessing on how you say it. I think it's Vashnik. This your guy?
No, it's him. This thing was strong, guys. No weapons that I could see, but still real dangerous.
Charles.
You're alive, and you're still remarkably strong.
just squeezing him.
It's bad. You're...
A miracle.
Yes, but then I always thought so.
Aww. Even in that interaction, Buffy was still not, like, showing much emotion, is the thing. The Willow theory is gaining more traction because they keep painting that guy as the bad guy, but he wasn't stealing the money, he was fighting. Someone else was taking the money.
How was life?
It lasted like 2 weeks. It lasted like 1 week. He got there and immediately he got a call.
Met with the council.
Always a good time.
Met with a few old friends. Almost made a new one, which I think is statistically impossible for a man of my age.
Oh.
And now you're back.
Yes.
Child, are you miserable about it, or just really British?
I can't lie to you, Buffy. Leaving Sunnydale was difficult. Coming back is bewildering. And how are you? Really?
Be honest with him.
Me? Nah. Fine.
Clearly lying. She can tell.
Great, even.
She's clearly lying. I look at her face. Her eyes are just lying.
Oh, I better start prepping.
Something's wrong. He can feel it.
Giles! We missed you. You can't have the store back.
I know. Do we have information on this new demon that I suddenly find so desperately interesting?
I found him.
Fashnik. Oh.
You know it?
By reputation, yes. They come from a long line of mercenary demons that perform acts of slaughter and mayhem.
Mercenary.
The highest bidder. The question now becomes...
Who hired him?
We had a deal. Now give me what I
Well.
want.
No. Oh my fucking god!
We can do that.
Oh my... Who's the guy to the left? I recognize the other two. It's fucking the robot guy and Jonathan? What was the name of the robot guy? But, like... I can't believe fucking Jonathan or whatever the fuck his name was.
I will kill the leader.
He is.
I will kill you all.
Wait. No fair.
What are they playing? They're not even playing. It's just like playing in loop in the background. They're not playing. They're watching a Let's Play.
Truly, Lord Jonathan is.
Oh my god.
Yeah, long live our noble lord and master.
Yeah, I watched that episode.
Champagne needs paper, Tiny King.
Well, between the three of us, we can pretty much do anything. Like if you want to spell, or just throwing it out there, robot girlfriend, huh?
Oh my
Long,
god.
lonely nights after a hard day's slaughter.
You could do this.
Yeah.
Don't trust him.
Shut up, Andrew. You're just mad I wouldn't build you Christina Ricci.
You owe me, man.
You owe me, man.
A pack of devil dogs to ruin my prom.
Devil dogs?
The prom thing was my lame-o brother Tucker. I had nothing to do with the devil dogs. I trained flying demon monkeys to attack the school play.
They're telling me, like, do you remember? Oh my god. I actually gonna love this. This is stupid.
I don't want your toys or your spells. I want the Slayer dead!
One dead Slayer coming up.
Make sure it involves pain.
Why do you care?
That's all I got.
Think nothing of it. It's whimsical.
Everybody's staying over at Buffy's house.
They don't actually fit.
Yeah.
I blame the sofa. We need one of those pull-out kinds. The kind with no payments till 2000 and infinity.
What?
Oh, it's money stuff.
How bad is it?
Real bad.
Anya says pretty bad.
She's the
Actually,
money
I'm
girl.
kind of trying not to think about it. Figured I'd put it out of my mind. You know, take a break. And then wake up at 4 a.m. terrified.
Well, if it's any consolation, life can be pretty overwhelming even for people who haven't been where you have.
I guess.
Look, we'll work it out together.
I'm glad you're back.
That sounds like a very nice promise, and it makes me worry.
Are we really gonna kill her? Yeah, she saved my life a bunch of times. It's her or us. I mean, we have to do it. And since this is my mom's house, I think what I say goes.
But aside from the moral issues, we can get in trouble for murder.
Last I checked, the authorities also frown on bank robbery too. Genius.
You're already breaking the law. Let's break more law.
This is not why we got together in the first place.
Yeah, we teamed up with one clear, super cool mission statement. Remember?
Speedrunning Doom. No, it's D&D.
So, you guys want to team up and take over Sunnydale?
Okay.
Of course, I remember. It was last month.
The demon's still there. He's still just waiting.
Okay, who's for not killing Buffy?
Agreed.
Oh, this is getting to me. This is too much.
Okay, I got an idea. Here's the Slayer's name, address, and telephone number. You want to kill her? Make it so.
Okay, just send the demon in.
How'd you make him do that? Force can sometimes have great power on the weak-minded.
Oh my god. Everyone here is such a fucking piece. It's just... Oh my god, I can't believe it.
Yes, no, she's back.
Isn't it awesome?
You're a stupid girl.
Yes.
What?
Do you have any idea what you've done?
I love this.
Forces you've harnessed, the lines you've crossed. Of everyone here, you were the one I trusted most to respect the forces of nature. Think what you've done to Buffy.
I brought her back.
At incredible risk.
Of what? Giles, I did what I had to do. I did what nobody else could do.
Well, there are others in this world who can do what you did. You just don't want to meet them.
No, probably not, but they're the bad guys. I'm not a bad guy.
magics you channeled are more ferocious and primal than anything you can hope to understand, and you are lucky to be alive, you rank, arrogant amateur.
You're right. The magics I used are very powerful. I'm very powerful. And maybe it's not such a good idea for you to piss me off. Come on, Giles. I don't want to fight. Let's not, okay?
You're the one threatening him, girl.
Try to be happy Buffy's back.
We still don't know where she was, or what happened to her. And I'm far from convinced she's come out of all this undamaged.
Is it Spike time? Is it? Yeah, it's time for Jaden Masters to collect his paycheck.
Hello, Spike.
You hear all that noise?
Oh, they heard them.
You know, Watcher Boy doesn't mean anything by it.
Everyone, they all care. I feel like I'm spending all of my time trying to be okay so they don't worry. It's exhausting.
And that makes them worry even more. You want me to take them out? You know, I could get a grin.
Why are you always around when I'm miserable?
That's when you're alone, I reckon.
Yeah.
I'm not one for crowds myself these days.
Me neither.
That works out nicely then.
So what do you know about finances?
Girl, I died like 150 years ago. I don't fucking know shit.
You ever try mixing parts of every cereal you got in one bowl? Wanna come join the experiment?
Why don't I be your control group? You find as you get older that you lose patience with. That worked.
Like,
You're
yeah.
paying for that door, buddy.
She was still around. She was just outside.
Oh, table.
Not in my house. Let's take this fight outside. Oh man. Oh my god. It's like a Jackie Chan movie.
Spike, no! I want him in the kitchen.
So way the kitchen. Door?
Open the door!
Yeah. Take him outside.
Taking him down.
Oh, we're gonna drown him. Yeah. Drown this man. No! You made it worse!
No! More! Gold! Copper! Green pipe!
Alright, just fucking murder a man in your basement. With a pipe.
Whoa. Did you know this place was flooded?
I think we got a lot to feel good about. We got the money, and our one loose end has been taken care of.
What are you?
Periscope's working.
What are you idiots up to?
Action figures, fully deployed.
You got the money. Why are you still living in your mother's basement? Find a different spot.
What are we gonna do about Buffy? You know, sooner or later, the Slayer's gotta come after us.
I swear to God,
We could hypnotize her.
if these
Make our
three
Willie-
idiots are the main antagonists of the season,
I'm putting that on the list.
oh my fucking God.
Is this the life or what?
It's true, my friends. The way I see it, life is like an interstellar journey. Some people go into hypersleep and travel at sublight speeds.
Everything that comes out of their mouths is really difficult for me to deal with.
Crime is our wormhole.
But everyone knows, if the width of a wormhole cavity is a whole number of wavelengths plus a fraction of that wavelength,
Literally
it's one tiny
burning
particle activity
money.
collapses the infrastructure.
Dude, don't be a geek.
Are we setting them up to be the main antagonists this season?
I've trashed this house so many times. How did Mom pay for this?
Well, there's always that charging option.
No. I will definitely, probably not be doing that.
What do you think the demon wanted anyway?
Don't know. Now he's way too dead to answer that question. Wish I knew who hired him.
Ooh, I could do a locator spell. Or not.
I'm calling it, people. This coffee table, it's gone.
Well, let's take these things out to the trash and give them a decent throwing out.
I'm on with doing Buffy and Giles.
Buffy.
I don't think I can do this.
Yes, you can. Your mother dealt with this sort of thing all the time. She took one crisis at a time and got through it all. So can you.
Who's calling me? I'll be back.
So you think we'll starve?
I very much doubt it.
No chance I'd have to quit school and work assembling cheap toys in a poorly ventilated sweatshop?
What have you been reading? Buffy, what is it?
Angel.
Huh?
He needs to see me.
Oh.
I have to see him.
Well, of course. Well, you'll leave for LA tomorrow.
Not LA, and not here.
Oh.
Somewhere in the middle. There's a place. I have to go now.
Okay. Was not
Thanks
expecting that.
for taking care of this for me.
Well, I'll have to go watch Angel. Either 1 or 2 episodes. As far as I watch Angel, he didn't find out. Maybe I watched some out of order? I don't know what the order was exactly. Like, I watched Angel episode 3, and now I'm watching Buffy 4. That was a weird ending. That was a weird ending. Like, I feel like very rarely we have Buffy episodes that are just very clearly like, oh, go watch Angel. Like, they never tell me that. Usually it's like a little reference. This one is just like, hold on, Buffy's going to Angel. Watch that episode instead. Oh, that's weird. All right, cool. Again, that ending was just so weird to me. Like, it never does that. Like, it very rarely does that. Just like, go watch Angel. So I'm gonna go do that, I suppose. Yeah, sure. Cool. This episode of Buffy, though. Okay. Kind of, I don't know what we're doing. like that's how I feel. Like, there's a lot of very cool things that I like here that we're doing with the overall ideas that we're executing for the story here this season. With Buffy having been to kind of heaven, coming back, and now she's weird, and everybody thinks that she's weird, and there's something that is going on, and everybody feels like this was just wrong. And no one feels it more than Giles. And I love that scene where Giles and Willow had that confrontation, where Giles was just like, you're so fucking stupid. Like, literally, what is wrong with you? Like, don't you understand the shit that you did? Right? And Giles is approaching it from a very logical angle that is also an angle that makes sense, and he's right, actually. Right? Like, he's completely right. And Willow is a character that the longer we go, the more I'm starting to, like, actively dislike from like personally, but I think that she's becoming a very interesting character. Like I'm enjoying Willow as a character and what she does for the story. I don't have to like her. And I already in the past, like, the more we got a Willow, the least I liked. And, like, even before, the more we got a Willow, the less I liked. But we have reached a point of just, like, utter selfishness. Like, she just does not accept that anything she could do could be wrong. She's just like, everyone else is wrong, I am right. She's definitely reached that point. It's like, oh yeah, I did some necromantic shit and brought Buffy back from the dead, and that was actually a fantastic thing, and because I am amazing and you should congratulate me. Like, that's the point that she's at. That is why when at the beginning of this episode, at the beginning of this video, I said, I think that Buffy should tell Willow. I think she should have told her, because if anything, because Willow needs to have that moment of like, you did something that was actively the wrong thing. You did a bad thing, and I am telling you, as the friend that you have wrecked yourself in order to try to save. I'm telling you, I was already safe, and you brought me back to hell. Like, I need you to feel bad about this, because that is important for your personal growth. You need to understand that these actions that you take actually can have consequences, and you can be wrong. I need you to understand that, because you need to fucking chill. Instead, because Buffy didn't do that, now Willow is literally being like, Giles, I'm gonna kill you if you don't shut up. And then she spins it in the sense of like, you know, like, come on, Giles, I don't want to fight, don't make me. It's like, you are threatening him. Willow is the one that is threatening him. Girl, bitch, what the fuck? Like, that's where I'm at. Right? Oh my god. Willow is becoming such an interesting character. Like, I would not have thought in a million years that this is where Willow would kind of go into when I started, like, season 1. Like, Willow, to me, like, I remember when I started watching Buffy, I remember watching the first fucking episode, and I remember thinking that Willow was so slow. She was, like, very socially inept, very easily, like, tricked. that in my head I kept thinking like, oh, I already know that this is like the fandom favorite. Like I know that Willow is like the Woo's Mobean kind of girl that is just like always finding herself in situations where she's the one that has to be kind of protected or helped in such a way because she's not she's not cluing into a lot of things. So she needs help, right? That is the vibe I got from episode 1. The direction that she has taken here is not that it doesn't make sense. It makes complete sense seeing the steps that she took in order to get here. But like, I think that she's a fantastic character. God, I would never want to hang out around a person like her. Just like, Jesus Christ, I dislike you, girl. Just fucking leave my side. That's where I'm at. But like, I understand where she's coming from. I understand where she has come from. But the thing is that she is so antithetical to like everything that I believe in almost. Like, that's the point of the story where she's at. And I really like that scene where Giles was like, girl, what the fuck? And the fact that Willow's response was like, you know, threatening him, just like, I am very powerful, and it would be wise for you not to piss me off. Like, bitch? Bitch, what? Oh my god. Okay, never mind. Like, so, okay. In a fucking 180 tonal whiplash, like this entire episode, let's talk about Warren, let's talk about Jonathan, and whatever that other guy was. I'm sorry, I forgot. They mentioned he was the brother of the guy that sicked the dogs during the prom. So that wasn't him, but he did sick, like, flying monkeys or gargoyle, whatever the fuck he said during a play. I don't fucking remember. I vaguely remember the dog thing. And then he was like, well, that wasn't on me, that was my brother. And I'm like, okay, maybe it's the same actor, and maybe they're like, oh, that was his brother, right? They're twins or whatever, right? Here's his brother you never heard of. And what's that's crazy to me is that it seems like they're setting them up to be like the main bad guys, or like main bad guys for a time, right? For the moment. And like, I'm sitting here thinking, and I'm like, why? Like, okay, I don't know if they're gonna be the main villains or the main bad guys, the main antagonists, I suppose. I don't know if they're gonna be. It seems like they're setting them up to be. I don't know if they're gonna be, but they might be. How do I feel about that? Well, I feel a tonal whiplash. I feel a strong tonal whiplash because whatever is happening on the Buffy side of things, it's like so interesting, right? Like what she went through, and now she's here, and now she has to deal with a bunch of shit. Like it feels like something that's really it feels something like it's really serious that I'm taking very serious, and I'm really enjoying the I kind of like intensity of it, of what's happening with Buffy Summers. Like I've said this before, this version of Buffy Summers is my favorite Buffy Summers we've had. Like, I am so in for whatever is happening with Buffy the character this season, and I am so in for what is happening surrounding her relationships as a result of that. Like, I really like that. And then they go and tell me, like, remember these 3 losers? Here they are being even more losers than before. They are so cartoonishly pathetic, and they're the antagonists. And I'm sitting here like, why? Like, everything, like, even, oh my god, like I really wanted to shove them into a locker. Like, the entire time they came, everything that they said, everything that they did, like, they were like, raise your hand if you're against killing Buffy. Just like, what is wrong with you? Oh my god, you fucking nerds. And that is deliberate. Like, they really wanted you to, like, they almost pissed me off. Like, I want sorry, I need to calm down. I was like, they were funny, they also pissed me off because they were too much. They were actually too much. Like, I am a fucking nerd. Like, look at me. Look at everything about me. I am a fucking nerd, and I have to imagine that a lot of you are as well. Maybe not all of you. I don't like. I think, no offense, I think that Buffy the Vampire Slayer is a show that can be enjoyed for many people. You know, I think that there are some shows that are like geeky shows, and I think that there are some shows that are not necessarily geeky. I don't think that Buffy's a show that's necessarily geeky. I think that you can be a geek and enjoy Buffy. I think you can be a fucking nerd and enjoy Buffy, and that be your hyperfixation. I don't think that that has to be necessarily the case. The way that it is with some other shows, right? I think that a lot of sci-fi can be very geeky because sci-fi explores a bunch of things that you have to get really into in order to appreciate. And I think that an audience that enjoys Buffy is not necessarily an audience that enjoys a bunch of weird sci-fi shit. And the key word being necessarily, because I think that that is definitely, I am enjoying Buffy and I enjoy sci-fi shit, for example, you know. But I'm looking at these nerds and I'm just sitting here like, oh my god, like they are too much. Everything that they do, and they were not like this the last time we saw them. Like they were not. They were just kind of looser guys. I don't know what to think. I have to see more of these idiots. But okay, so the main antagonist of this season is like 3 incels, but like actually incels, like straight up, like they were like, oh, we could hypnotize her. It's like, but she's hot. Like, oh, look at what your mom is doing. Like, what are like, and okay, incel is not their main character trait, but it is there. It's part of the concoction here. But they're just a fucking bunch of nerds. They are a bunch of nerds, and I don't know what we're doing with them. I don't know what their purpose in the story is. Like, what are we doing? Are we saying that nerds are awful? Is that it? It's just like, oh, we're showing the idiot nerds that you never took seriously, and now you have to take them seriously because they're actually evil and they have the capacity for evil. Is that what we're saying? It's like I'm sorry, honey, I come from the year 2025. Like that's very much a normal thing now. In fact, it's kind of a red flag immediately. Like that's not novelty to me, right? I come from the future. That is just something that I'm pissed off about. But yeah, sure, we have to deal with them now. We're just gonna have to deal with them. Okay, but what I'm thinking, grounding myself back to the world that makes sense to me. I think that maybe we're not gonna tell a super deep story with these 3 losers because it's just a bunch of losers. And like, I am not taking them seriously because the show doesn't want me to. Whether they want to trick me into not taking them seriously or not, it doesn't matter. That is what the show is saying. Because everything that they do, everything that they say, every moment that they're on screen, the show is like, look at these 3 idiots. So I am not taking them seriously. However, that doesn't mean that I don't have to take the season seriously. Because I am looking at something like season 5. Right? And I already said this, and maybe you can disagree or not. But watching season 5 at the end, I was like, I don't think that Glory really matter. I don't think that Glory and Ben really matter. I think that there is an element where they matter in which like Glory can represent like the opposite of Buffy, in that Buffy is someone that is engages with life and it struggles because she engages with life, as when Glory is actually someone that rejects humanity, so she doesn't get to experience life because she actively despises it. She doesn't want to be a part of it. She doesn't involve herself with it, and that's why she doesn't understand it. Buffy does understand it, and she attains like peace at the end, whereas Glory in her final day, she was just like, I don't fucking get any of this shit. So it's like the opposite in that sense. But I don't think that like they really matter. Like the threat that they posited, I don't think that it mattered ever up until the very end, where it actually didn't matter because it wasn't even them who triggered it. It was that fucking dog guy. And the only result of that was to have Buffy die at the end of her journey, which can be accomplished a million different ways by having her sacrifice herself. So like, it doesn't really matter whatever Glory or Ben were for the entire season. I am looking at this season like I am looking at like the construction of it, and I am seeing that it would be very possible to tell a season where, again, the main struggle of the season is Buffy and whatever Buffy's going through, which was season 5, by the way. All of season 5 was that. It was just Buffy struggling with a bunch of shit that kept happening, and that was kind of the point of it. I can see season 6 being the exact same thing, except that this time it's even more obvious that the antagonists don't fucking matter. The antagonist is, I don't know, 3 nerds. Who gives a shit? Here's Buffy trying to get a job. Here's Buffy talking to the band trying to get a loan. It's like, that is the real shit. That is the real shit that you have to worry about. And I'm kind of in for it, but I don't know how the execution is gonna work out, but it could be good. Like, I don't know. It's been 0 days since I mentioned JoJo. I really like part 4. Part 4 is my favorite part of JoJo. It's called Diamond is Unbreakable. Is right there. Josuke is right there. And what's cool about Diamond is Unbreakable is that it is a story in which the minors are the spoilers, I suppose. The level of threat, instead of escalating, it went down because we had antagonists in JoJo for the first 3 parts that were, I'm gonna take over the world. I am gonna become a god super being and take over the world. I am going to take over the world. Like all just 3 times, just like world threatening antagonists that were so vast, they were so powerful, and they posed as such a threat, and they inflicted some real serious damage. And then part 4 comes in, and the antagonists of part 4, you don't even get to meet them until, halfway through. And when you meet them, the guy that is the main antagonist is a serial killer who just likes hands. He has a fetish for hands. And he kills people every, like, I don't know, month or so. And he doesn't want people to know him. He's like an office worker. He doesn't talk to people. He's not very social, but, you know. He talks to people enough just to not appear suspicious. He goes and gets a sandwich at his regular spot. That's it. And it's like, it is a serial killer, so it is a threat, but compared to the previous like vampires and gods that we fought, this guy is just not that important. And that brings the scale of the story way down. And that is something that I'm looking at season 6, like that might be the case actually. And I would like that a lot. In fact, like, I think that would be really cool, right? Because, like, it brings the story down from, like, okay, we have to deal with this, like, ancient threats or whatever. And it's just like, no, it's just, like, a bunch of losers that just keep sending goons or something. Yeah, all right. It's just like, I let me worry about my fucking job, dude. Like, that's it. And I would be down for that. Like, that's why I love part 4 so much. Is because everybody felt like a person. Everybody felt like they were dealing with some real dumb shit. As stupid as it was sometimes, it's some real shit, right? Because there is an arc in part 4 where like the main cast are acting like a bunch of teenagers because they are. They find a middle schooler whose superpower is to be able to find anything, and they're like, we're gonna get a bunch of coupons so we can get money off of the stores because we want to make some money. And then they find out lottery tickets, and they're like, oh, we're gonna get some money from the lottery, and that's the entire story arc. And that's so stupid. It's so like they have a lesson in sharing because they're like, no, it was my lottery ticket. It was my lottery ticket. There's a serial killer running around there, and you fuckers are worrying about it's a bunch of high schoolers just doing shit to each other. And I loved it. And that's what I'm thinking about season 6 of Buffy, honestly. Like, immediately, that is what I'm kind of getting myself ready for. I'm not saying that that's what's going to happen, but if it did, I would be into it. Like, if we didn't have a world-ending threat, if we didn't have Glory, a god that is walking amongst men, that is a threat that we have to worry about, and it was entirely about these characters having to deal with some shit, right? Like, some day-to-day life shit, money and jobs and relationships, I'd be in for that. I would like that, actually. I would really like that. And that is what I'm gathering maybe from being introduced to fucking Jonathan Warner and whatever the other fucking guy was. like that is Warren, fuck whatever, the other guy, and Warren and Jonathan. That is what I'm thinking, because I can't take this guy seriously. And maybe I should, like, maybe that's what the story wants to do, right? Is to make me not care about them so that later when they fucking murder someone, it's like, haha, you weren't expecting that, right? I don't know if they wanted to do that. They might, but hey, right now I am just thinking, okay, the real shit that is going on with Buffy is Buffy. Is Buffy the person, the character, and her relationships and how she feels, and seeing Willow just go fucking dark mode or whatever. Like, Willow is just such a fucked up character right now, and that's also interesting, right? I really like that. There's a strained relationship with Giles. There's a strained relationship between Buffy and any other character. There's a strained relationship with like Anya and Xander and just not telling people that they're engaged. Like, there's all sorts of shit happening within the main cast that I'm kind of enjoying, and that is actually making the story kind of lopsided in the sense of like, do you care about the bad guys, or do you care about like the interpersonal relationships that these characters have, and like the fact that they need to get like money? And it's like, yeah, I'm interested in that actually. And the bad guys is just a bunch of nerds or whatever, and it's like, well, yeah, they can just be a bunch of nerds or whatever. I'm worried about the real shit over here, and I feel like that is maybe a less elegant, more to the point way of doing season 5, which is season 5 was just Buffy dealing with her struggles, and also Glory kept making them worse, but like she also wasn't causing them. right? Like Joyce didn't die because of Glory necessarily. She just kind of died because a brain tumor and then complications after the brain tumor, which just kind of happens. You know, it's kind of life. That said, that is what I really like about season 5 is that it actually had this like very compelling story about like Buffy and dealing with life and the struggle that it is life, and at the end being content with life. And then this season I'm thinking maybe we're gonna do something similar. Maybe not necessarily that lesson, but just like the struggle on day-to-day life. Not just all of the dramatic struggle of like, you know, your mother dying and your relationship, like your loved ones leaving you and all that. It's like, no, it's the day-to-day struggle of like, I gotta get a job? I have to pay my mortgage? Oh fuck, like that shit, right? Even more real shit. That would be fun. I would like that, actually. I would like that. That's what I'm thinking about season 6. Buffy and Spike are growing closer because there is like a level of trust that is forming between them. Spike is the person that has done bullshit the least, as well as Giles, but Giles also has such strong feelings about this. Spike did also, to be fair. He had a confrontation with like Xander whenever he found out that they did this. But yeah, like it's so, there's so many like things happening within the group, and Spike is just like in the background just chilling outside alone by himself. And Buffy's like, yeah, I guess I can hang out with him. And that's the other thing too, is that like in the past, I think I said this previous episode, but like in the past, I would have been like baffled that Buffy would like even give a shit about Spike. And we had that whole episode where Spike didn't like confess that it was Dawn or whatever and protected her because he didn't want to hurt Buffy. Like and from that point onwards, so like Buffy was a lot better with Spike. She trusted him. But now, even now, it's different. Because now Buffy has gone to fucking paradise. Like Buffy has gone to heaven. Like Buffy is over all of that shit. Like that's how I feel. Like that's what I think about Buffy Summers. I think that at this point Buffy Summers is just like, none of that shit fucking mattered, dog. Like I'm done. Like it doesn't matter. And I think that as a result, there is a potential for Buffy and Spike to end together. Actually, it's very likely. It's more likely now than it was ever before. And before it was already something that I kind of saw as a potential thing. But now I'm looking at it and I'm like, I think that Buffy just doesn't give a shit about it anymore. Like about all the creepy shit that Spike did. It's just like, whatever, dude, I died. It's fucking fine. I don't care. Just like, yeah, and that's also something I kind of like, is that like, they were having this entire conversation when they were like, you know, Buffy, you don't have any money, and we're so in debt. And Buffy was just not super phased by it, because on some level, like after you die and go to heaven, like it's like money, what is, like it doesn't fucking matter, dude. Like she has reached enlightenment. Why would she give a shit about this? She has to give a shit about it because now we are real humans that live in the real world, unfortunately. But it's taking a little bit of time for her to readjust from enlightened being into mortal that has to worry about capitalism, right? Like there is a level of adjustment that she's struggling to reach there, and that's something I love. I love this weird alien Buffy. I really love this. Like I don't know how people feel about this version of Buffy. I don't know how people feel about season 6, but so far this version of Buffy and this version of these characters that we have is probably my favorite that we've had just like ever, right? The only thing we're missing is Faith. Like I all I miss is just Faith. I want to see my girl Faith again. I want to see what kind of person she is after being in jail for 2 years. Yeah, like that's kind of where I'm at. I'm just like, I really like the version of all of these characters. I mean, I fucking hate Willow, but I also really like Willow, right? I like what she's doing for the story. It's so much more interesting for this to be a version of the character that's causing so many problems internally. I really like that. Sander's being a little bit of a coward because he's really afraid of, like, the entirety of Buffy has been, you know, the pains of growing up. This season is starting to feel a lot like the pains of being an adult, right? Of just like straight up finding yourself in the position where you are an adult. There's no transitory period anymore. You're here, and it's like you're getting fucking married, you gotta get a job, you have to pay bills. It's like, oh fuck, like that's what it feels like to me. And I think that can be a really compelling season. I think that could be the case. I don't know if that's what we're going to be doing necessarily, because it's only been 4 episodes, but I'm excited for it. Something I wanted to say about Giles, and I want to be fully honest here. Something I want to talk about Giles here, because when Giles left in like episode 1, and I don't want this person to feel bad, so don't. But I talked about, you know, like why, like it felt weird that Giles left. Why did he leave? And I was thinking to myself, like, you know, it makes sense, I guess, you know, leaving at the beginning of the season, you know, if the actor doesn't want to be here anymore or whatever. And somebody let me know on Patreon, I think, that yeah, the actor just wanted to leave because they wanted to go back home. They wanted to spend time with their family. I forgot the name, sorry, but the actor just wanted to go back home, spend time with his family, and just be there in England, right? Because they're English. So I read that and I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense, and that's nice, you know. Like I'm not gonna bitch and moan about, you know, oh, my favorite character's leaving the show. It's like, no, it's fine. Like if the actor just wants to go live a life, like they should go live a life, right? Like they're a real person in the real world. They are allowed to do that, and they should very much do that. I'm happy for them. However, he's here now again, and that doesn't make sense to me. So I either this person lied to me, or Giles is gonna leave again, right? Like it's either one or the other. And that makes me worry, because if Giles leaves the show again, now we're setting ourselves up for Giles maybe dying. Or, and something I already can see, and it could happen, is that Giles doesn't want to be here anymore because he feels threatened by Willow. And he doesn't feel like Buffy's the same anymore because she's not. So, and like the thing is that, but I don't think that Giles would leave Buffy though. Like I don't think that Giles would just abandon her when she needs it. So I don't know. So if Giles leaves the show because the actor just wants to go back to England, then I'm worried. Because that was the moment where he should have already left, and then he comes back and it's like, hold on, that doesn't make sense. But I don't know. Unless it was like a vacation. I don't know why necessarily. It would be so weird. It's just like, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna leave now in the middle of shooting. But like that's not how shooting works. Like, it's not like shooting is chronological of necessarily of like, you know, oh, we gotta film the first episode, you guys. Like, oh man, I can't. I have a flight for England. I'm gonna go. Oh man, I'm gonna be back for episode 4 though. Like, it's not. That's not how it works. So like, I'm sitting here wondering, like, why is exactly that? I'm worried he's gonna die. Like, that's where I'm at. I'm worried he's gonna die, or that person lied to me. Kind of hoping that person lied to me. Don't tell me. Don't you fucking tell me. Nobody told me shit. I'm just gonna sit here thinking, and I'm not gonna do anything. The least I know, the better. That's where I'm at with Giles. I'm really enjoying this this version of Giles, like this version of the group where like he's like adversarial to Willow because Willow is just too far gone almost. I really like that. Anything else to talk about this episode? I mean, I can't fucking believe it's Jonathan Warren and the other fucking guy. I can't believe that. Like I'm sorry, I'm still processing that. Like, they were fucking joke characters. Jonathan is the biggest joke character of them all. Like, oh my god. I will say, though, that when the Warren shit happened, whenever April came along and we had that Warren episode, and I was like, this guy sucks. I remember, I think I read a comment that was like someone saying, like, oh, Warren is actually my favorite. Like, I really love Warren. And I was like, okay. Immediately that tells me that this guy's gonna be back, right? Like, this is a character that's gonna reappear in some way. I wasn't expecting him to be like a main antagonist, though. That I'll tell you. Wasn't expecting that. And that might not be the case, right? But right now, that's how it's looking. So that's all I have to go by. I think that's gonna be it, though. Like, I don't know what else to say about this episode. It was an episode. It was truly an episode of all time. I like what we're doing with our main cast. And on a weird, twisted way, I am liking what we're doing with our antagonist. In like a funny sense. Not necessarily a sense that is interesting to me. Just fucking dumb. I really like that scene between Giles and Willow. And I really like the scene where Giles and Buffy hugged. I really like that one. But it also makes me sad that Buffy's not expressing much emotion. She's just kind of staring at people. And it would be nice if it was different. But, you know, this version of Buffy that we have is a different Buffy that I like. Okay, that's going to be it. Thank you so much, you guys, for tuning in for this episode. See you guys next time. Bye-bye. And alright, everyone, thank you so much for tuning in for this reaction episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. If you would like to watch the next 2 episode reactions with full-length reactions and Angel watch-alongs, yeah, there's some Angel shit happening this week, apparently. Check out the link in the description below, pop up on the screen, support the channel, Patreon. Bye-bye, take care.